Nana Fam. Please make sure to subscribe to become part of the Nana Fam. Today's episode is the latest of the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild recorded live stream. Please make sure to like and comment your favorite part. Thank you.
Hi everyone, welcome. Welcome. Okay, let's see who is here. Okay, pop this out. Oh, we have Selah and Katie and Levi and Hope and Wham Bam. Hello everyone, welcome. Okay, TGIF, huh? Okay. Oh man, I'm tired. Not even sure why. It was a lazy day. But I got caught up on some YouTube stuff, so that's good. Trying a new poppy flavor. This is orange cream. And it's actually pretty good. You're tired and tan from the beach. Nice, Hope. Yeah, it's orange cream. It's actually pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. So yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh man, my eyes are tired. Yeah, I got caught up on some YouTube stuff that I was behind on today, so that was good. I didn't end up having the grandbaby today because my son-in-law, of course, is out of town. And so, Marissa, thank you for resubscribing. If you try a poppy, which one should you get? So Roxy, like, what are your favorite types of flavored sodas or lemonades or things like that? Yay, Marissa! Hi, Sleepy Bookworm. Happy Friday, TGIF. You love soda in general. So my favorite is, of course, the strawberry lemon. It depends on your mood. I like the orange. I really like the raspberry road. Actually, the new wild berry. I don't know if it's new, but it was new to me. Is it? I think it was wild berry. I just tried this last week. That one was really good. The raspberry rose is good, but those are like the fruity ones. Orange is like a light orange soda. The grape is like a light grape soda. I haven't tried any of the colas yet. Oh, look at that. Selah, battle a little. Okay. You're trying to beat Ganon in Master Mode tonight. Oh, good luck, Marissa. Oh, hey, Mari. You've been stressing? I'm sorry about that. Well, hang out with us. Hang out with us and just chill out. So yeah, it's hard to tell. Roxy, also the lemon lime I think is good. They have a ginger ale. So I would go and look at the flavors and then depending on what flavors you like. Strawberry is one of my favorite flavors in anything. So I love the strawberry lemon. But this new orange cream I'm trying is pretty good. I also tried like I said, that wild berry was really good. Watermelon. I like watermelon. I like the watermelon. And yeah, this one is not. Yeah, no, this one's not caffeinated. I didn't think so. I was hoping not. All of a sudden I was like, Oh, I always have a poppy, Mari. Almost every live, except for the morning ones. Then I have coffee. Okay. Say Name Battle a Little. First, we're going to go see if I'm able to get any more arrows from right here, since I just did a reload. Strawberry lemonade is also your favorite. Levi, I love that flavor. Okay, let's see if I can get any more. Because we did a reload. Yeah, that one's really good. Let's see if we can do a reload. Is it going to give me... It is. Oh my gosh. Yay. I have to remember that. You save and reload. At this spot, you can collect more. Look at all these arrows, bomb arrows I'm getting. I really need regular arrows, but that's okay. You can get bomb arrows too. Hope, I'm so glad you showed me this spot. This is one of the best spots. Here we go. got off work. Oh, it was rough, Molly. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, I think that's all the arrows we get. Yeah, that's all the arrows we get. Okay, let's go find a lintel somewhere. Okay, last time... Okay, here, let me catch up on the comments. Last time... Last time I had one, Mari, was your first stream. Mari, I have one on almost every stream, so you must not catch me drinking them. Because, yeah, I have one almost on every stream. So that's really interesting. Yeah, Sayla, what game are you playing that you're hooked on now? I don't remember, did I do these littles over here? We're going to go see. Paper Mario and the Origami King. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I don't think I've ever played that one. I don't think I've ever played that one. Okay, I don't remember if we've done these littles or not, but we're going to do them since we're right here. Oh yeah, gotta go just down this way. Story is good. Interesting. I don't think I've ever played. I know I have not played that one. I don't know why I said I don't think. I don't believe I've played that. Last time was when you said I look like Impo. That was just a few days ago. But yeah, the only lives I don't have a poppy on are the ones first thing in the morning, and then I have coffee. But I usually just at like the beginning of the live say what flavor I'm at, and then the rest of the time I just drink it. So I don't make a big deal of it, usually other than at the very beginning. So maybe you've just not seen me say anything about it, if that makes sense. Battle style is different. Interesting, Sayla. Interesting. Oh, he's still there. Okay, good. We can get this little. We'll go get this little. Get a butterfly while we're at it. And a cricket. And let's go take care of this wolf so he doesn't try and battle me at the same time the Linnell does. Here we go. I should try a Paper Mario game. Interesting. Do I have any? Oh, I have one Urbosa. Took a nap this afternoon. And you're still tired. Nice. Here we go. You're ready to go home, Hope. Well, you've been there a week, haven't you? There we go. Okay. Whoa! Oh! Ah, he got stopped because of the hill. I gotta practice and try not to get hit by these guys, so I can practice so I can like make it through on my 3 hard runs. Yeah, the hill kind of stopped him. 2, 3. There we go, got him. Paper Mario and the Origami. Is it? Can you get it digital on the Switch? Oh, my bow broke. No, where's the bows? Bow. Longest 3 hours work. Oh, hey, Tiny. Oh, is it on the online stuff? Oh, so is it available on the subscription? Or how do you get it? Can you buy it new for the Switch or? Oh, okay, so it's an N64 game? Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll have to do another Nana surprise down the road instead of Animal Crossing on a Thursday. Like that one. Oh, there's a newer one on the Switch. There are multiple Paper Marios? Okay. But I could try, if the N64 one comes with my subscription, then I could start with that one. So that way I don't have, I can try before I buy, you know. You know what I mean? Come back here, Hoof. Come back! Come back! There we go. There's Sayla. There's your Lino. It was fun on your N64. Nice. Well, and I do have the beautiful N64 controller that I might as well make good use of. Okay, there we go. There was a little. Let's go work on our dragon parts, shall we? Yeah, I haven't played a whole lot of Mario's. Again, way back when I, on my NES when I played Zelda 1, I also played, I think it was Super Mario's 3 at that time. Yeah, I think it was the Super Mario's 3 that was on the NES that I played at the same time I played like Zelda 1. But yeah, I haven't played a whole lot of Mario games. Of course, I played Mario Odyssey. I loved Mario Odyssey. And of course, my brief bouts into Mario Kart. You weren't a big fan of Mario games. I mean, you guys have to remember, I didn't play games. I didn't grow up with them. I didn't play them. I mean, like I said, I did play Super Mario 3 back on my NES. I have that cartridge too, along with my Zelda 1 and 2. Let's see if can I make it? Can I make it? Can I make it? Can I make it? Oh, made it. Paper Mario is definitely its own category. Not like regular. Interesting. Interesting. Hey, Linkax. You like the Mario games? Yeah, I mean, I like the ones I've played. I really liked Mario Odyssey. I remember all those years ago working on the, was it the Super Mario 3? Where you had to go through and do the map. I vaguely kind of remember that. Hey, Space Girl. Howdy. Howdy. Oh, man. Yeah, so I don't know why I'm so tired. Probably because I haven't done anything today. Normally Fridays I watch my grandbaby, but I did get to see him and get a quick hug.
Urbosa's Fury is ready.
I really wanted Panda Express, and even though it's literally the grocery store, which is like a 5-minute walk away, it's so dang hot today. Oh my gosh. All that beautiful weather we had in July, yeah, we're in August. I've got my air conditioner. It's just blasting right now. So yeah, so I just did not feel like there's no way I was walking, even though it's only like a 10-minute walk. I was like, nope. So I got it. Well, I can't get stuff delivered to my house because of course I live in a backyard and the neighbor has dogs. So if I get any kind of deliveries, they go to my kid's house. Yeah, I did. I kind of answered right as you were asking that. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot. That's right, hot. So yeah, so I if I have to get anything delivered, I go to the kids' house. So if I'm getting food, I always let them know first. I'm like, okay. I mean, do you guys have friends over? I make sure that it's okay if I get food delivered. Of course, with package or whatever, it's fine. Those just come. But with food, I have to get it right away. Haircuts. Oh, that's another interesting take, Mari. Oh, do you collect a lot in? Oh man, I'm gonna have to get this on real quick. Hang on. So you collect in Paper Mario? Nice. Nice. You're doing cheese on toast and chicken nuggets in the air fryer. Oh, that sounds yummy, Roxy. Haircuts. That's interesting, Mari. Didn't think about haircuts. But yeah, so today, because I wanted to order food, so I checked with my daughter. Of course, my son-in-law is out of town. as many of you know. Link sideburns. So my daughter's like, yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna have friends come over, but go ahead and order your food. So I go over there to there's a lot of figures to collect. Okay, we'll have to check it out. We'll have to do an Anna surprise on a Thursday coming up here. But yeah, so I went over to get my food and I got it. I went down there and of course, my grandbaby sees me and comes over and talks to me, and he could smell my food, and he's like trying to grab the bag of food out of my hand. I'm like, okay, you got to feed this kid. So my daughter's like, that's fine, I have something I can. So she put in, she had some leftovers like chicken tenders and French fries. So she put that in real quick in the microwave so he could eat those and not realize that he wasn't getting my food. It was so cute. So I got a quick hug from the grandbaby today, and that was about it. But yeah, it sounds like they had a nice morning. They went to a library in the town over, and I guess that library has like a whole gated park. She was telling me, she's like, oh mom, you got to take him here. I guess Friday mornings they have a story time for little ones, and there's like a park, like a soft play area for littles, and there was several other kids around his age there, and she was talking with the mom, so we might have a new Friday morning activity to do. So yeah, haircuts, that's a whole other topic. Okay, Mari, I might have to do another video on haircuts. Can I take that idea and run with it, Mari? Do you mind if I take that idea and run with it? Huh? If I steal your idea, Mari? Okay. Thank you. Poor Twilight. Oh, you don't like the hair in Twilight, Roxy? You'd be honored. Okay, Mari. Oh, there we go. That gives me... Okay, I've already got an idea for tomorrow's video then. It's funny. Today's video, I mean... I am really trying to post every single day. Some are fine, some have bad hair. Well, there is the La Boo Boo baby. I mean, that one little kid that's just like, I'm calling it the La Boo Boo baby from now on. But yeah, today's video was funny because hey Ann, I am really trying to post every single day, and I know I could just do cuts from the games, but I'm boring. I'm really trying to do a video where I talk. And I've got a lot of ideas in my head, but because I've only played, you guys have to remember, I've only played, what now? We're on our 6th game in the timeline, plus I played Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, 7, 8, plus 1 and 2, 9, 10. So I've only played 10 out of the, 25 games? Oh, and Echoes of Wisdom, 11. So I guess I've played 11 Zelda games. Of course, 2 of them were 40 years ago, so I guess that kind of counts, but doesn't count. So I still have a lot to learn about the timelines, and I've actually come up with a lot of theories in my head, and then I look online, and they totally get debunked. And I'm just like, and the debunking makes sense, and it's because it's debunked in a game that I haven't played yet. Like, gosh darn it. So I really do have a lot of ideas in my head, but either I haven't like fleshed it out in my head, or because I haven't played all the games, it's not working. Visham, I did read part of 226, and I actually yesterday's post, I addressed that. True Cozy Gamer, hang on just a second and I'll answer that, how I got into gaming. I can also make a video about being debunked. Visham, I debunked that. I did look into that, and I looked up online. There's 2 imprisoning wars. There's 2 imprisoning wars. I'll get back to that in a moment. True Cozy Gamer. That's kind of a long story. So when I was a kid, we had to go to the arcade to play games. We had to go to the arcade. So I used to love going to the arcade. I went I went to the arcade. I didn't always get to play games though, because you had to have quarters, and I wasn't always given quarters to play. Sometimes my friends would let me be a player too on their games though. So that was my first introduction. Then my dad, I still remember the look on his face when he brought this new fandangled thing home called the Odyssey. This was a brand new console it was the first at-home game console. It was called the Odyssey. It was basically Pong. I don't know, I'm sure you've seen the old TV shows or even newer TV shows like in Wanda. What's the Wanda show? Where the old TVs, the old TVs, old CRT TVs that used to be on a stand, they were staticky. And this game came with like 12 screens that you would stick using the static of the TV, you would stick it on the screen, which would change Pong into soccer or tennis or table tennis. That was the first thing, and I was a teenager when my dad came home with that. And my dad, when he's excited, he's so cute. He's like this, and my mom was just, "What on earth is that fandangled thing?" And he brought that home, and so that was my first introduction, and it was Pong. But to us, that was so exciting that we could actually play it on our TV. We could play a game on our TV, even if it was Pong. Then we had the Atari, and then I went to college, of course. And I don't remember if I was still in college or after college. I think it was after college when I bought myself. I had an NES and a PS2. And on the NES, I played Zelda 1 and Zelda 2. Still have my NES, still have my gold box, Zelda 1 and 2. And I played like a few other things like Super Mario 3, Duck Hunter. I used to have the Pew Pew that went with Duck Hunter. It's gone. I don't know where. It disappeared during one of my mini moves. I still have my PS2 too, and all my original PS2 games. I used to play, I had some Harry Potter game, or no, not Harry Potter, not back then. Indiana Jones game. And I had Battle for Bikini Bottom. That was one of my favorite games on the PS2. Then I didn't play for like almost 40 years. The only time I played games in those 40 years was actually when one time I do remember we pulled out my PS2 and when my daughter was a little bit older, and we played a few games then, and actually went to a used store and bought Sly Cooper games. But that was very short-lived because I was so busy. My daughter was busy. I worked in IT, so I worked a lot of hours. And I'd get home and I'd have to drive my daughter. She had acting lessons, music lessons, voice lessons, and she had 3 different types of instrument lessons. She had acting lessons. She was going to auditions. She was in a rock band. Between my job and my daughter, I had no time for games. I was so glad once the smartphones finally came out, I would have something to sit there while I was at her lessons, and I'd play solitaire on my smartphone. Or actually the flip phone when it first came out with solitaire. So it wasn't until 4.5 years ago that I saw my son-in-law playing Breath of the Wild. And I was like, that is a beautiful game. I'm like, what the heck is that? And I don't remember, this of course was 4.5 years ago. I don't remember how I figured it out or if he helped me figure it out, where I realized, wait, that is the same franchise, that is the same Link that from, all of those years ago, 40 years earlier, 35 years earlier, when I played Zelda 1. And so I was like, okay, I want to play that. So I literally bought my Switch for Breath of the Wild. I bought it it was a Christmas present to myself, like 4.5 years ago. And so then I've been playing more, because at that point I was empty nest. My daughter had got married. I don't think they were quite married yet when that happened. But wait, they've been married. Oh dear, yeah, they've been married almost 5 years. So yeah, actually they probably were married at that point. But yeah, so but she was out of the house even before they were married, of course. And so I played more and more. But then, of course, once I retired to help take care of my grandbaby, I was playing a little bit. But then, of course, I was watching my grandbaby, so I was exhausted. But then we put him in daycare part-time, and I started streaming, and now basically that's what I do. So yeah, so that's how I got into game. I told you it was a long story. Visham. So yeah, there are two imprisoning wars. The first one that you were talking about, I now. Oh, you're welcome, True Cozy Gamer. Thanks for hanging out with us. Um, the first one that you were talking about, that's 600 years before Link to the Past, um, is was happened. It sounds like it happened right after Ocarina of Time. In that split off of the hero was defeated, and because there was no hero, the six sages, including Zelda, got together and sealed or imprisoned the Dark Beast Ganon, because he became Dark Beast Ganon. And they imprisoned the Dark Beast Ganon, and that was supposedly like 600 years before Link to the Past. I guess it happened like right after Ocarina of Time. So that is the first imprisoning war. The second imprisoning war is the Age of Imprisonment, which we're waiting for it to come out. Age of, the Hyrule Warriors, and that is the one that's 100,000 years before Tears of the Kingdom. But from my understanding, and one of my true belief, hey Des, is that it's actually, I believe the three timelines kind of like jerk back together, and that's when the Hyrule was founded by Rauru and Sonia, which is basically almost a new Hyrule on the ruins of the other Hyrules, which were in chaos from the three timelines. And then that starts a whole new era. That is a theory I do have. She just ran. I know, right, Mari? Oh my gosh, I know. So yeah, so there are actually, but I'm glad you had me look that up, Visham, because that was, of course, I haven't played Link to the Past yet. We're doing that timeline third, because we're doing the child timeline, then the adult timeline, then the heroes defeated timeline. But that's the timeline, the first imprisoning war is in. So I'm glad you had me check into that. But yeah, they're not the same. So yeah, so I learned a little bit something right there. But I'm really excited for Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. So the problem is I'm not sure, because it does not, in my timeline run, it will be after I do all of the games in, we finish the child timeline, which right now we're on Twilight Princess. Then there is Four Swords Adventures. Then we go to the adult timeline, which is Wind Waker, and there's like 2 or 3 games after Wind Waker. And then we have to go to the Hero Has Fallen timeline, and there's about like 7 games, I think, in that timeline. So I have like 10 or so games before I'll get to where Age of Imprisonment is. And since the games are taking about a month a piece or more, I'm not going to be ready for Age of Imprisonment for a year, but it might be coming out this fall. I mean, this winter. So I have to decide: am I going to play it outside of the timeline, and then play it in the timeline? And then also I have to decide: then am I going to play it in secret, not on a live, or am I going to do a live with that game and then also play it on the timeline? Visham, yeah, did you just hear me talk about 2 imprisonments? So yeah, there's one. Okay, so yeah, did you step away? So yeah, the first imprisoning war happened 600 years before Link to the Past. Hang on, the ads are going to start, so we'll bring this up. The ads. Oh, okay, you did hear that. So yeah, so there's actually 2 imprisoning wars. So it's not the same one. So here's Deity. So yeah, I did do a little research on that. And yeah, actually I did a little bit, I covered that a little bit in the post I did yesterday on the Clock app. If you go watch that, I briefly touched on that. Guess who's sleeping in her big girl bed by herself? Oh, Oh, is River in her big girl bed? But it's still a crib though, right, Des? It's just a big girl crib. No, Visham. Okay, just a big girl crib. Nice, Des. That's so sweet. So, Visham, I think the ads are going to start after the ads come, and then I'll walk you through it. So yeah, letting you get some other things done. That's nice, Des. I remember the night that we moved to the crib from. So she's still in your bedroom, or is she in her own bedroom? So she just in the crib in your bedroom, or is she in her own bedroom now? Because I remember. Okay, yeah, I remember that night with our grandbaby. I went over real quick to help them put the crib, because they literally had to take. They had one of those cribs that like changes sizes with the. Oh, hey, Lily girl, glad you're here. That changes the size, and they literally had to take it apart to get it out of their bedroom, and then we had to reassemble it into the bigger crib in his bedroom. Why am I reloading the saves? What do you mean, Mari? Why am I reloading what saves? Yeah, so I remember that though. My kids were just like, it was like they finally had their bedroom back. So congrats on getting to that step. That's awesome, Des. What do you mean am I reloading? Reloading what, Mari? You mean what I mentioned in the very beginning of the live? Make it through the night. Yeah, you'll have to let us know how that goes. My grandbaby did okay, if I remember correctly. Oh, I'm not reloading. No, Mari, no, I'm not reloading. Ads just started. Go River, go, yeah. Hey, Pamette. I think Mari might be on ads as well. Is Mari on ads as well? I can't see. Deity, I can't see. She didn't even fight you going to sleep. That's awesome. Well, I hope she enjoys her quiz. I told you, but you can see by my post today, my brain is not working today. I hope she enjoys her crib. Okay, so here, Mari, are you in ads or can you watch right now? Is Mari in ads? Mari, are you in ads or can you watch right now? Okay, so I just picked up the scale. So now I'm going to the map. I'm going to this shrine right here. Just popping right up to the shrine. I travel right there. I just warp right there. Your hands smell like paint. Oh, were you painting? Oh my goodness, Pamette. That sounds amazing. And a lot of food. Yeah, and so, but it looks like I am, because I'm doing the same thing over and over, Mari. Because this is farming. I'm farming the dragon parts. This is my farm and chat. This is my true 100%. So see, this is where we're trying to get all these dragon parts. And right now we're working on the scale. I need to get this up to 201. Oh, thanks, Pamette. It's kind of actually it's a kind of a rust color, but I see on the live it kind of looks a little more orange. So kind of well, not necessarily completely different land, Visham, and I don't know that we know completely what it is, but my theory on that is that because of course all of Hyrule's look Hamet, from what I understand, it's been purchased, but it hasn't been given to me yet. And so, but you didn't hear that from me. I just don't want anyone else buying one, if that makes sense. But you didn't hear anything from me. So that's where it gets rough, Fisham, is I don't know that any of us know exactly, are these different Hyrules? I think it's all kind of the same Hyrule, but you have to remember that the timelines kind of gets, oops, I'm making Link wander. The timelines get split. And so in that case, there are 3 different versions of timeline of Hyrule. But what I think happened is kind of the timelines kind of like warp back together. And in that snapping back together, you have to remember that Hyrule went through so many different, I mean, on the adult timeline in Wind Waker, the whole thing was flooded. And so there's so many ruins and stuff like that. And I believe when Rauru and Sonia founded Hyrule, I think it's really basically new Hyrule, and it's on the existing Hyrule. So have you seen Lon Lon Ranch is in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I even did a video on it where we were walking around Long Lon. We can go there if you want tonight. And it's literally, if you look from Ocarina of Time, if you look at where Lon Lon is, you can see, I mean, it even looks like it's in the same place as it is in Ocarina of Time. It really does. It's amazing. And it looks, I mean, it's like the same proportion. There's, some people have actually done like a side-by-side Ocarina of Time and Breath of the Wild, Lon Lon, and it's literally the same proportions. It's amazing. For a long time ago, 10,000 years. No, Zelda went 100,000 years. No, 10,000 years. So Mari. No. Mari, no, it's much longer. So, 100 years is, Link has been asleep for 100 years. So Breath of the Wild happens 100 years after the Age of Calamity, which is Hyrule Warriors' Age of Calamity. That happened 10,000 years after. In Breath of the Wild, we see those visions, or we hear the stories. Cass talks about those stories of 10,000 years ago, where there was a princess, when they made the divine beasts and the guardians 10,000 years for Breath of the Wild. And then Zelda traveled 100,000 years into the past before Tears of the Kingdom. So Rauru founded this Hyrule 100,000 years ago. So it's more than 10,000. So yeah, which it's like, wow, that's crazy. That's some crazy stuff. But yeah. So, those are just insane numbers. But, well, and then of course that, we don't know how many eons that was when Rauru and the Zonai came down from the sky after the final of each of the 3 timelines. So, it's hard to map all this stuff out. I really wish, if I was 30 years younger and had started learning about all of this, I would be mapping all of this stuff out. But my brain doesn't have the energy to map it all out at this point. Other than what I've learned. I have learned quite a bit. Your AC is trying to go out. Oh no, it does. No! Not the AC. But yeah, there's a lot to try and figure out. But you also have to remember, I do always kind of go back to the fact that these are literally games that they have now tried to fit into timelines, if that makes sense. Your window is, Roxy, your window is the AC. Yeah, but you're up in the mountains, so you don't have too many hot days up there, do you? Being mad to the point where you curse and then chase a bloodline. Well, but it's more than 100,000 years, Visham, because that's only the Tears of the Kingdom. That 100,000 years is only after the 3 timelines snack back together. We don't know how many thousands of years it was from Skyward Sword through the main timeline, then with the 3 other timelines. We don't even know how many years that was. So it's 100,000 years is just the last part of the timeline. So we don't know how many years. I don't know if anyone's ever completely mapped that out or not. I'll have to look into that. That would be, because whenever people go over the timeline, I don't think dates are not usually involved. Zelda has been a dragon for 100,000 years. 100,000. Yes. So there are, well, my thinking is there's 2. But however, my opinion of that is Zelda is one of 2 places. Zelda either, okay, this is a whole theory. And I think I don't know. Have I done a video on this? I don't think I have. Maybe I need to make a video on this. I think I made a video on this. I'll have to look back through my videos. So my opinion is that even though they say that the dragons don't keep their human memories, Zelda has goddess blood. I need to keep farming. Zelda has goddess blood. So in my mind, that I believe she keeps enough of her human memories that she is able to get herself down into the depths and stays there until the upheaval. So even though so in my opinion, right now in Breath of the Wild, she's down in the depths. And that is why no one sees her. And so that is where Zelda with the Master Sword in her back is right now in the depths. Exactly. She had enough to help. Yeah. The tears, the literal tears were from her, that she dropped. So the other possibility is, instead of going to the depths, if you think about it, look, there's no Sky Islands. There are no Sky Islands. The Sky Islands are so far up or are hidden, we cannot see the Sky Islands. So either she's up there with the Sky Islands, or she managed to get herself down into the depths. So even though she's here, we don't know. We're not seeing her. So there's no way this Zelda is going to be able to interact with, and of course she is a dragon as well. Yes, the game is literally named after. They were going to name it something like Tears of the Dragon, but they thought that would be too much of a giveaway of the story. So they renamed it to Tears of the Kingdom, is one of the things I heard. But that's my theory on how she is around. Now, my son-in-law, he thinks that the moment she went back in time, it created a new timeline. So he doesn't think she's in Breath of the Wild, because he thinks this is actually on a different timeline than Tears of the Kingdom. I don't agree with that. So the Queen of England, I think she died after the Tears of the Kingdom came out, didn't she? Did she die before the game came out? I don't remember now. Has she been gone that long? Wow, okay. Interesting. When did she die? Well, I mean, that's... I don't know if any of you remember, probably some of you are too young to even know this. Lord of the Ring, hang on, I got sneeze. Excuse me. Lord of the Rings. I didn't realize that, Mari. Interesting. Lord of the Rings. The second, the Lord of the Rings movies. It's the Fellowship of the Ring. Then it's the Two Towers. Then it is the Return of the King. People were having a fit when they came out with the trailers for the Two Towers because that was not long after 9/11 happened, and people were like freaking out. People who were not fans of Tolkien, and we had to be like, it's a book, and it's been out for 50 years, so get over it. It has nothing to do with the loss of, the World Trade Center. It's like, yeah, no, it's a book. That's the name of the book. The movie name's gonna stay the same. It just happened to be a weird timing coincidence. But yeah, that was a big deal. And yeah, people who weren't necessarily come on, Teddy. People who weren't necessarily fans of the books, who had never heard of the books, were just like, that's so insensitive. It's just like, no, it's a book. It's a book. Daddy, why do you always show your butt? You got a book to read this weekend? Oh, nice. Signs? Is that the book that the movie is after, that Mel Gibson is in, Pamette? Is that the same as the movie? Is that like the book that the movie is based on? That's an amazing movie, in my opinion. Okay, it's different. Oh my gosh, the movie Signs. That movie freaked me out so much. I was an adult. It took me a while to remember that the aliens they had seen was just in the movie and not in real life. I swear, for a month after I watched that movie the first time, I was waiting to see an alien in my backyard. That movie is so real. Life is scary enough. I'm not real big on... Well, I don't like horror movies. But I do enjoy thrillers, if that makes sense. Oh my gosh, Marissa. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, the scene where they see the alien go by, it's supposed to be like I think it's supposed to be in Mexico or something, where they literally catch the alien. Yeah, I mean, that movie was so, like real-like, if that makes sense. That it took me a while to remember. I kept thinking I was going to see an alien in my backyard. That movie freaked me out, but I mean, it was so good. It was so good. What do you want, hun? Really? Okay, stop scratching on the cord. You're gonna unplug my internet again. Oh my gosh. She keeps going after the cables. Yeah. Hang on, let me catch this. Okay. Hey, where did Zelda think she was going? Looking towards her horse and yelling to get away from her, back to the castle. I've not seen Rosemary's Baby. What? Mari, I ran up Where did Zelda think she was going? Walking towards her horse. I don't understand what you're asking. What are you talking about? Which game are you talking about? Mari, what? I don't know which scene you're talking about. Yeah, you're just gonna rub and rub and rub. Rub and rub and rub. Rub, 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 rub. Okay, not on the cables. Yeah, meow. Yes. Can you just sit down, please? Now you're gonna knock my computer off. Really? I know, you want pets, but my hands are busy. Your cat came over. Oh, Didy. Oh, no, I didn't want to talk. Heidi summoned him. That's funny. Yeah, I know. You're just rubbing on the table. Can you please sit down? Please. Stop following her. Oh, okay. So space. Uh, okay. Okay. So she was telling Link to stop following her. That was when. So you have to remember. You have to remember when when Link was first appointed a knight. There's a whole jealousy thing with Zelda because Link had to be able to pull the Master Sword. So only a true knight can pull the Master Sword. Where her, as the princess with goddess blood, she's supposed to have this sealing power. And she had to date been unable to call on that power. So basically, Zelda was jealous in a way of Link. So he was assigned to her. He was her knight, but she was jealous of him, and she just felt like she was being shadowed. So it's just, you have to remember, she's still like 17 or 16 or 17. She's a kid. She's a teenager, and there's jealousy there. And so she was just kind of, she just was not wanting him tagging along, if that makes sense. I think, if I'm remembering correctly. We could try playing the. I'm not sure I'm remembering which memory you're talking about. Breath of the Wild memory? So, okay. Marissa. No, because they have separate houses. Zelda did move into his house, but he bought a new house. But no, I don't think they're married. When she's trying to get the Sheikah slate to work. Okay, hang on. Yeah, they're not married. No. Yes, Zelda moved into his house, but then he gets a new house. He gets a custom house. Okay, so here we go. Do you remember which of these memories? Was it maybe this one? No, that's not by a shrine though. Do you remember which memory it was? Of course, it could have been one that we just saw. Memory 5. This one? In the Elden Canyon? We can't watch these like we can't. Wait. No, I'm in the wrong place. Dope! I'm in the wrong place. Memory 5. 4, 5. Oh, here we go. I'm in the wrong place. This one?
Nothing. Just as I thought. It appears that this structure was designed to be exclusively accessed by the sword's chosen one. But designs can always be worked around. At least I hope. How do I get inside? Okay. I need to activate it somehow.
See, there's the jealousy.
I thought I made it clear that I'm not in need of an escort. It seems I'm the only one with a mind of my own. I, the person in question, am fine, regardless of the king's orders. Return to the castle and tell that to my father, please. And stop following me!
So that is because, so I think, you can, actually it even says it there, her repressed frustration builds, and she loses control because she's in, yay, Marissa, you beat Ganon in master mode, yay. So she's frustrated, and Urbosa talks about that. Urbosa talks about that on the memory, when they're on the Divine Beast, and he mentions it to, Urbosa mentions it to Link, that she's jealous of him. She is jealous of Link because Link has been successful in getting the Master Sword, but she has not been successful in getting her power. And so, like she said, I don't want an escort. And so, but Link's orders are to follow her. Well, that memory is on the Divine Beast. It's not actually in the city of Gerudo, where she's kind of napping on Urbosa's shoulder. That's on the Divine Beast. Exactly. She's frustrated. And Urbosa does mention that to Link, that she's jealous, and told Link to not to think too badly of her because of what she's going through. So I think it just has to do with that, where she's like, stop following me. But Link's orders are to follow her. So, Link's stuck in the middle. He is her knight. He's supposed to follow her and protect her. But she doesn't want it. Urbosa, when her mother died, Urbosa became like a mother to her. So Urbosa and her mother were good friends. So Urbosa was like an aunt almost to her. Urbosa was a very mother. That's one of the reasons why I love Urbosa, is because she is so motherly, but at the same time she's a badass. And thanks to the Sleepy Bookworm, I have my little Urbosa. I got to figure out where I'm going to put her. I need to figure out, I need a whole shelf. I need to change my shelves because I have all the beautiful clay figurines from Sayla, and I want to put them up with, and then also with this Urbosa amiibo. I need to figure out on my shelves where I'm going to put it. I have to put it up high so my grandbaby doesn't grab the clay figurines, and at least until he's older. Imagine the father and daughter memory, except if they had a Baltimore accent. Yes, Sayla. Yes, she lost. Yes, she did. She lost her mother. She lost Urbosa, and she lost Queen Sonia. Yes, Zelda. If you think about it, Zelda's story, Zelda and Link, both of their stories are very sad in all of the games. They really are just sad if you think about it. But that's the whole premise of the game. We wouldn't have a good adventure if it didn't have something sad happen in it, if you know what I mean. So, but yeah, no, I think her not wanting him to follow her has more to do with her jealousy and anger with herself, and she takes it out on Link, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Okay, how are we doing on numbers? What time is it? Just about 8. Hope must be sleeping because she hasn't asked me to fish yet. Oh. Okay, I know I'm tired tonight. I'm gonna try and go to bed early. Oh my gosh. Okay, so has anyone else? She did say she's ready to go home. Which, you know, I mean, I always am the same way. Vacations are fun, but, you know, at the same time, home is home. You're falling asleep too? Nice, Marissa. Okay, so has anyone else watched The Gilded Age? I didn't realize it was a fairly new TV show. And I just, imagine Memory 12 again, but if she was Scottish. Oh. I just finished A Gilded Age last night. Now there is, I think, one episode. I think there's one episode that is coming out Sunday, and then there is supposedly a 4th season coming out, but we have to wait a year or so. But they left me on a cliffhanger last night. I was so mad. It's good. It's really good. It's really good. So I was just like going, okay, what am I going to watch? And I decided I have never watched Sex and the City, which I know is like a classic, 90s when that came out. And so it's on HBO. So I decided to watch that show. And I'm about 4 or 5 episodes in, and I'm not sure what I think about it. It's interesting. You know, I've heard so many people love it, and I'm like, I'm not quite sure what to think about it. I mean, I love Jessica Sarah Parker. I adore her. She's so cute. Well, I mean, I'm trying to find TV shows with enough seasons that you can actually enjoy it for a while. I know. I'm looking at it going, okay, this is aged, but I love Sarah Jessica Parker. Well, and then I'm watching it, and the one friend that's a lawyer, I don't have their names figured out yet. Miranda, I think. The friend that's a lawyer, she's in the Gilded Age. And it took me a while to figure out because, of course, in Miranda, she's like a redhead, and she's 30-something in Sex and the City, and of course she's older with blonde, of course, the old, you know, in the Gilded Age with, of course, all the dresses and the stuff, and it was just her voice. I looked down at my phone for a bit, and she started talking, and I'm like, I had to look it up. It is her. She's in the Gilded Age. I was like, and she's one of my favorite characters in the Gilded Age. So I was just cracking up. Big Bang Theory, Leonard's mom. I have the only time, ironically, all of the episodes I've watched of Big Bang Theory have been on airplanes. As you guys know, you've heard me talk a lot about how much I traveled for work. And most of my flights, I would watch movies, but inevitably we'd be getting close to landing, and there'd be like a half hour left, so not enough time for a movie. So I'd watch, depending on how much time, I'd watch 1 or 2 Big Bang Theory episodes because those were always available on the planes. So I've just seen random Big Bang Theory episodes, so I don't even know which character is Leonard and what his mom looked like. Do you know what character in the Gilded Age his mom plays? Office. I haven't ever seen The Office. I do love Parks and Rec. She's the main character. Do you know which one? I'll have to look it up and see if I can figure it out. Yeah, Parks and Rec is hilarious. That's a good show. I was so disappointed when it ended. I'm like, what do you mean it's over? Especially Chris Pratt. I remember, oh my gosh, Chris Pratt, when he was like still in his Parks and Rec pod, and then he was talking about starring in a Jurassic Park, and we're all like, oh yeah, right. And then he comes out and he's in Jurassic World, and he's like totally buff and a super hot, cool guy in Jurassic World, and we're like, what? Oh my gosh, that's nice, Des. Tame version of The Office. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've never watched The Office. I was never a big sitcom person. I think it has to do with, you got to remember, we had 5 channels of TV when I grew up. Agnes. They mostly use like the Mrs. So-and-so's name. Is that Mrs. Astor? Did she play Mrs. Astor? Maybe? Agnes, I'm trying to think who. New Girl. I haven't seen that one. 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 32. What is that, Visham? I might like I probably would like The Office. I've just never seen it. I haven't seen New Girl. Agnes. Okay. Oh, the channels you had growing up. Okay. Wow. We had 3. Oh gosh, I have to think of them now. We had 3. Channel 3, which was NBC. Channel 10 was ABC. Channel 13 was CBS. Agnes Van Ryn. And she played Leonard's mom. You mean the actress who was in Grinch? You had to catch a ladybug in your room? Oh wow, ladybugs are good. That's the actress that plays in the Grinch. I love her. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize she was in Big Bang Theory. Okay, see, like I said, I've only seen a few random. You look free. Oh, awesome. Who's my favorite actor? Brendan Fraser. Yeah, she's. Oh, I love her in the Grinch. She ends up dating the Grinch. I love her. Okay, I didn't know she was. Oh, that's so funny. The Grinch. Oh, I know. She's hilarious in the Grinch. I love the scene where her and she's got the like pew pew with the lights. She's like blah, 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 like making the lights go on her house, and the neighbor with Cindy Lou's mom is like pulling on the lights, going what? Oh, I love that scene. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, I love that actress. I didn't realize she was in Big Bang Theory. That's so funny. Yeah, she has been in a ton of stuff. Absolutely. Yeah. So the Miranda from Sex and the City plays her sister on The Gilded Age. CBS, NBC, ABC. And then we eventually got Fox. So we started out with actually those 3 channels. PBS came along as channel 6. And then eventually we got Fox. Wait, I'm trying to remember. I don't even remember what channel. Channel Fox was 40. Channel Fox was 40. So those were the first 5 channels we had. But when I was really young, we only had the 3 channels. I don't remember if when PBS started. I don't remember. Yeah. And then, so you have to remember, I wasn't really allowed that much TV, especially during the weekdays. It was very limited. And I mean, we didn't sit and watch TV. We went outside. We went outside. The most TV I watched, I think I've told you guys, I would sneak out on Saturday mornings so I could watch Scooby-Doo and the Roadrunner Bugs Bunny Roadrunner Hour. I would sneak out in the morning and watch that on Saturday mornings. And then I've told you how Sunday nights we would, for the Wonderful World of Disney, if it was a movie that my mom approved of, we'd get to we'd get to get TV trays out, and we'd have tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches and get to eat on TV trays and watch the Wonderful World of Disney, the movie that was on the Wonderful World of Disney on Sunday nights. Not every Sunday night, only when mom approved. That was my TV. And then maybe Scooby-Doo after school. That's it. What's my favorite horror movies? I'm not real big on horror movies, but you're going to laugh at this. The Purge election year. I don't know why. I'm not real big on horror movies, but that movie, for some reason, I like that one. I don't know that like is right. Well, but also then The Shining. The Shining is an amazing movie. The Shining is a classic. Yeah. You never had nothing to watch? Well, we never had nothing to watch because we never watched. We just went outside. You sat on your dog. Oh no, Marissa. I'm not. No, no. Yeah, no, thank you. No. No. Yeah, no. That one I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Is he okay, Marissa? I've done that before. I've accidentally sat on Didi. Didn't realize she was on my chair under a blanket. Did I hit her? I don't think I hit her, did I? There we go, I didn't. I stepped on Redwood's tail before, poor guy. Actually, that's one of my biggest fears with Didi as I get older. If I get up in the middle of the night and I have to go to the bathroom, she'll like get in my way. And of course, if it's dark, I'm so afraid I'm gonna step on her. Either hurt her or hurt myself by tripping on her. Okay, battle a little. Anyone in particular, Molly, that you want? Made a noise. She'll forgive you. Just give her pets. Just give her pets. Which one, Molly? Do you have a preference? Do you have a preference? Whichever dealer's choice. Okay. The deadlights are, and it drive you crazy. What do you mean deadlights? Is that something from it? You know what? We haven't done this one for a while. Let's go over and do this one. We haven't done this one for a long time. Is that something from it, Mari? Deadlights? I'm not familiar with that. It is, okay. Okay. And of course it's like pouring down rain. Interesting. Okay, let's do this. It's from it, okay. I don't know a lot about it. I just know about the balloon and the clown, and that's enough for me. I've seen enough of the trailers that it's like, yeah, no. Well, then I just saw a trailer. I guess there's a new show on HBO about the town, Derry, that I guess is the town that he's supposed to be in or something. Here, we're going to get this Phoenix first. I don't want to do those. You read the book. Oh, wow. Wow. The book's even more brutal than the movie. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I have weapons. Bisham, I don't have I don't have any weapons that are less than 10. Scare me with your imagination, yeah. The book made you afraid of fortune cookies? Marissa, oh darn it, I don't have one here. I just ate a fortune cookie with dinner. I have one on the counter. Made you afraid. Okay, I won't ask why it made you afraid of fortune cookies. That's funny. Wow. The little squirrels are so much cuter in the Switch 2 version. Ragdolled 5+ times before giving up. Well, I'm also, I'm trying to use, when I battle the Linnels on this game, I'm trying to use those as practice. Because, of course, on my 3-heart run, I need to, you know, basically do those without getting hit. So I don't use up a bunch of fairies. Battle with restrictions. Well, I've certainly had restrictions on, the one in Tears of the Kingdom that I did, with, the one that took me like 45 minutes to finally beat, because I'm doing 3 hearts and I have no armor in Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, I've done that before. You guys did that to me one time. I had to use just bombs and stuff. Oh, Mari. Yeah, some people are more built for horror than others, if that makes sense. My friends in high school drugged me to Halloween, and yeah, that was not nice. Whatever I play a thriller game, maybe. I don't know. It'd be so hard though, because I mean, my whole thing is family friendly, and you know. Oops. There we go. Security of breach? What is that? I'm like totally not paying attention to my battle here. There we go. I'm like not even. I'm not even like paying attention to my battle here. What do you mean? What is YouTube analog horror? What does that mean? What is YouTube analog horror? Bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Dun, dun, dun. Should we just cut grass for a while? Resident Evil series? Oh wow. Was there? On the original NES? What was it called? What's it called? Forget. Let's see. How are we doing here with stuff? We really need some other wings. We need crabs. We need these little crabs. We should pop back to Zora. We still need some more hardy salmon. We just farmed those last week. That's the last fish we need to get over 200. I don't have the last 3. Oh, we need this one too. Oh, let's go run. I am missing the last 3. I will So you have to remember, Roxy, I still am missing one orb. I still, even though I've 100%ed the whole map, I think it's because I've activated this. I haven't beat this shrine. I haven't beat the shrine because until I beat the shrine, this area, remember, this is where I farm thunderwing butterflies and electric darners. Once I beat that shrine, I'll have enough to get one more heart. But you can only either have max stamina or max hearts. So I will get one more, but you can get, if you use special food, you can get those additional, and they turn yellow. Shrines give you these things, these orbs. These. Well, in Breath of the Wild, they give you spirit orbs. In Tears of the Kingdom, they're called blessings. And it takes 4 orbs to get a piece of either stamina or hearts. So I'm missing one heart because I'm missing one orb because I haven't done that last shrine. You always have to leave for work. And unfortunately, I'm not going to do it tonight because that is my farming location. But maybe Monday you can see me do a shrine, or Wednesday in Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, because we still have a bunch to do in both of those games. So yeah, so I'll always be missing 2 hearts even once I finally get that. So that'll probably be like one of the last things I do. Well, not necessarily. Once I max out, let's see, how are we doing on them? So I have 700, I only have 600 darners. So once these 2 are 999, then I'll get that shrine. You always see me start or do the middle of a puzzle. And then you have to go work. Oh, that's funny, Roxy. That's funny. Okay, let's go see if we can get... we just farmed them. Not sure. Oh, there's one. There's one. Okay, yay. You know the jump scares. Oh, the only thing I've seen, I think it's only one Resident Evil 1 maybe I've seen. The only thing I remembered, and another why I don't really want to watch the rest of them, I remember seeing where there was lasers and one of the guys didn't make it. And yeah, that was yeah. Yeah. That is the one scene I remember of the Resident Evil that I saw. The unscariest horror movie I've ever seen? I have to think about that. The unscariest horror movie. Well, I mean, there's the satires, like Scary Movie. I mean, there's those that are the mock horror movies, like those. Unscary. I don't know. I'm not a big horror fan. Probably because, between my friends dragging me to see Halloween when I was younger than I should have seen it, and then also Jaws. Yeah. So I'm not really a big horror fan, but I've actually seen quite a few, but at the same time I haven't. So, but yeah, Resident Evil, yeah, no, I know I saw one of them, or at least I was watching one, and after that one scene with the lasers, yeah, I stopped watching. It was just on, and I just looked away, and yeah, I was kind of done with that. Most horror movies, I'm like this. Like this, Tarot, the unscariest horror movie you've ever seen. Interesting. With the deck of cards with demons, and it's not that hard. Oh, interesting. Yeah, don't know that I've ever seen that. No, I'm not gonna talk. Looking for crabs. We're looking for especially the silver crabs. Those are the hardest ones to find. Yeah, I'm not big. Now I have seen, another series I've seen, which is just freaky, is the, was it Paranormal? Paranormal something? Paranormal Activity, Paranormal something or another. Activity or something. Who goes into someone's basement to steal demon cards? I know, right? Oh, these guys are so cute. Finley and her little boyfriend, Sasan. They're in Tears of the Kingdom, too. She's a little more grown up. Okay, I thought there was a crab on one of these. I guess not. Okay. Let's see if we can find any crabs. Boil them, mash them, put them in a stew. Boil them, mash them, put them in a stew. Crabs. There's one.
Root protection is now ready to roll.
Yeah, I mean, the premise of many horror films are, and well, it's so funny. So, like, The Shining is a very interesting movie to me, but then there's the bathtub scene, which is just, oh my god, the freakiest thing in the world. That scene, I think, is just like my least favorite. Saw, I won't watch Saw. Saw is that type of movie where I don't think there's any plot to it, from what I understand. It's just literally killing people. I don't like movies like that. Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't like those movies that it's literally just killing a bunch of, it's just some freak killing a bunch of kids. I don't like those types of movies. So, and they just keep finding weirder and weirder ways to kill kids, and it's like, yeah, no. Shining is actually very interesting. And of course, especially with the couple of Shelley Duvall and Jack Nicholson. I mean, those two as a couple, they're both incredible actors, and so they just make that movie just crazy. But so I would more likely watch movies like The Shining, or like even like the Purge, where there's at least a story. Although The Purge, but I do this like, when it gets to the bad scenes, I'm kind of like this, so that I can see what's going on. But yeah, that I can't see. She was actually tortured on the set. I didn't hear that. Molly, what do you mean? Oh. On purpose or accidentally? I didn't know that. Okay, I think that's probably all the crabs. Are there any over here? Was it accidental, or did they did it on purpose to try and get a better acting out of here? Oh my gosh, I didn't know about that. Wow. That whole business, I've told you guys before, my daughter was in Hollywood for about 6 years. It's a horrible business. Just a horrible business. It's really sad that, of course, then, I remind myself of that, and then it's like, am I going to boycott it? No. It was on purpose to get a better performance. Wow, I didn't know about that. But it is a horrible business. It really is. It's just, but it's all of our entertainment. Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys know about the whole, all of the, oh my gosh, Poltergeist. The whole Poltergeist series. Oh my gosh, Poltergeist that's another really scary movie that I've actually watched more than once. Poltergeist is another one of those that is just an amazing. But how many people have died in connection with that whole movie series. Oh, wow, Molly. Shelley was amazing. I love Shelley Duvall. She was one of those who showed the world that you don't have to be a gorgeous model to, to make it in the world of acting. She was beautiful in her own way. She just had such a unique look, I don't know if any of you saw her in the live action of Popeye with Robin Williams, and she was Olive. She did. She had such a unique beauty. She was Olive in the live. Did any of you seen that? It didn't go over well. The live action Popeye movie, and Robin Williams was Popeye, and she was Olive. I mean, I liked that movie, even though it just got such a bad rap. But of course, I grew up with Popeye. You gotta eat your spinach. Just for her. That's funny. I mean, yeah, it wasn't a great movie, but I mean, Popeye was one of those cartoons where I kind of grew up with Popeye. I wasn't really allowed to watch it a lot, but we all knew about Popeye. My mom didn't really like it, but I loved Popeye. We always had to eat our spinach because of Popeye. Actually, it was funny, in college, I got, nicknamed Popeye because I played drums. And I literally, my forearms for a time were more muscular than my upper arms because I played drums, especially after my drum corps years. So I had Popeye syndrome. So yeah, I loved Popeye. Popeye was fun. But yeah, that movie was cute with Robin Williams and Shelley Duvall. Robin Williams is another sad story. What an amazing talent. What an amazing talent. I was in the Sacramento Freelancers back in 1983. Oh, I'll answer that when the ads come back. There's another fish here. Get this fish. Okay. Those crabs are hard to get. There's only a couple of them around, and we just got them last time. That's why there's not very many around. Where else can we go farm stuff? You know what? We haven't actually farmed this for a while. Let's go farm this. I know if you just look at, how many, oh, thanks, Fishum. Thanks for hanging out with me. You get some good rest. How many stories there are of, like Robin Williams and, how many actors have we seen, have we lost? Because it's such a horrible business, You're back, Levi. I was in the Sacramento Freelancers back in 1983. Long time ago. Long time ago. Oh man, it's nighttime. Darn it. Okay, we need to go here. We need to go in the morning. It is a lot. It is a lot. Yeah, I wasn't out of college. I was out of high school. It was between my freshman and sophomore year, I believe. And yeah, we were on a school bus, not a school bus, sleeping in school gymnasiums for 5.5 weeks. But hey, I got to travel the country. That year finals was in Miami. So we placed 8th that year in finals. And so there's a video. There's still a video I found on YouTube that you can see me for a brief moment. I was in the pit. And yeah, it was just like, well, and then I think I was in the ad for the next year's drum corps. See, I was in the ad that they made. Yeah, I played marimba. And yeah, I was in the ad for the next year's DCI. I remember seeing that. Didn't get paid, but I was in it. Me and my braids. I just had 2 little pigtail braids. I have to find it. I have to look it up again. I can post it on Discord. That would be fun. Which instrument did you play, Levi? Well, one of the things keyboard. Oh, nice. Okay, we didn't have a keyboard in when I played. Our pit was timpani, and then we had 4 mallet instruments. And I was on marimba. So yeah, we had I was marimba, and then we had xylophone, vibraphone, and then one was bells and chimes. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was stressful. It was hard, especially I was the only girl in the entire drum line, and there was only I think 6 girls in the horns section, and then like half the color guard was girls, and the rest was oops. Oh, I don't have a bow. What? I don't have a bow. Oh my gosh, I forgot I don't have a bow. Oops. Oops. Oh, it's not gonna hit her. There we go, got her. Oh my gosh, that was funny. Yeah, no, I was the only girl in the entire drum line. And then on top of that, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did the part go? On top of that, at the time I was dating a horn player, and that did not go over well at all. Yeah, the horns called the drummers dummers. And I forget what the drummers called the horns, but yeah, we had names for each other. So yeah, the fact that I was the only girl in the drum line and I was dating a horn player did not go over well at all. Okay, where did the dragon part go? It fell. Where did it go? You want to see where it went? Oh my gosh. Why is the dragon part gone? Where did it go? I lost the dragon part. So yeah, it was a lot different back then. But yeah, I mean, there wasn't even that many girls. Not even. I was the only one. Oh, there it is. I was the only one in the drum line. There was like 5 or 6 maybe girls in the horn line, and then of course half the color guard was girls. But of course the color guard isn't that big compared to the rest of the corps. So yeah, we were severely outnumbered girls. But yeah, I liked that I didn't have to wear a hat. So, because of course all of the performances were in the summer and it was so hot. But yeah, in the pit we didn't have to wear a hat, and all we had to do is march out to the 50-yard line and then march straight down the 50-yard line and into the pit. I love that because I wasn't, so I wasn't the best marcher. So I love that was all the marching, and then we got to dance. We got to dance like crazy in the pit. That was so fun, so fun. I'll have to find that video, Molly, and I'll post it on. I'll try and post it on. That would be fun. Post it on the Discord. I'll try and find out and mention the timestamp where you can you see me for like a half a second. But yeah, I'll try and find it. But yeah, it was stressful times, but fun times. Okay, where's all the critters? But yeah, long time ago. Over 40 years ago. But yeah. Well, and especially now, I mean, it's so long ago that the only memories I remember are the fun ones. I don't remember all of the... I was definitely bullied because I was the only girl in the drum line, but I remember that I was bullied, but I don't really distinctly remember that. I remember the fun times, if that makes sense. But yeah, it was an amazing experience nonetheless. Even with the bullying, it was still an amazing experience. Of course, I had my group of friends that also, tried to keep me as safe as possible, knowing I was getting bullied. The problem was when we'd have the separate section rehearsals, you know, and then I'd be stuck with all of these guys that were not happy that I was dating a horn player, and I was the only girl. And of course, some of them, back then, it was perfectly acceptable for boys to bully girls when they were in a field where girls weren't typically accepted, you know, even the teachers. It was sad. Different time. Hey, Battle, how you doing, hun? How are you, Battle? You're here. So hopefully everything's still going well and you're healthy and still home and still pregnant. Okay. That's, I guess, good. Good. Always thinking about you and hoping things are progressing as they're supposed to. I'm sure it's gotten better. I mean, there's so many more women and girls in percussion now than when I was in school. So many more. You're back. Oh, you're back in your bed tomorrow. Nice, Hope. Nice. That's always nice to go home after a vacation. You know, you miss your bed, you miss your room. Vacations are great, but yeah, always good to go home again. Always good to go home again. Oh, interesting. Even ratio. Wow. How times have changed. Yeah, I mean, even, you know, I mentioned to you guys I was at, you know, a big music school in Boston. And I was the only woman in the entire percussion section in the school, both grads and undergrads. Again, there was like, 18 of us or so total, and I was the only girl in there too for both years I was there. And my undergrad school, I just went to Sac State, and there. My first year, there was 2 other females in the drum corps, and then they both finished that year, and the rest of my tenure there, I was the only girl. So yeah, most of my years as a percussionist, I was the only girl. So, but yeah, there's a lot more nowadays. Whenever I see groups performing, you see a lot more, which is nice. That's really cool to see. Really cool to see. But yeah, it was a lot different 40 years ago. But some things have progressed for women. Not everything, but some things, you know. So, a lot different back then. A lot different. But that's part of what gave me kind of thick skin. Because, you know, I started at about 12 playing percussion. And yeah, I mean, junior high, I was the only girl. High school, I was the only girl. Most of college, I was the only girl. Drum corps, I was the only girl. Yeah, so learned to have pretty thick skin in most cases. Had to. I had to. Of course, and then I went into a degree, you know, into a career in another male-dominated field. You know, I got a degree in electronics. The 3 years I went to night school to get electronics. Only girl in the program. I just had a knack for picking them. It just, you know. But of course now they've got a lot more program opportunities for girls, the science and stuff programs, you know. more than when I was in school, which is good. So yeah, different world. Okay. There's no bugs. I'm not finding any bugs. No bugs. I will have to try and find that video, and I can put it on Discord. Fish for the last 15 minutes. Are you still on? You haven't been on. Okay, we can go fish. Let me see real quick if I can find any more bugs. No more bugs. You were offline. I figured you were asleep. Or with family. One or the other. Had to call the bestie. Oh, okay. Okay. Snail. Man, I'm just not seeing any bugs. Okay. That is a poor... Oh, there's one. Nope. Yep, there's one. Okay. There we go. Got a couple. Intoxicated friend. Oh no, Molly. Oh, that sounds like trouble. Okay, let's see. Where should we go fish? Where should we go fish? We haven't fished on a river for a while. Let's just go fish in a river. Your new jammies. There you go. We can go fish. Okay. Oh. We're in a cave. It's so funny. It always surprises me when I like warp to a shrine I'm not as familiar with, kind of going, wait, where am I? Okay. Let's go see if we can find some fish. Go fish. Oh, go fish. Whoa, as kids we played that a lot. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious, Molly. Oh, how intoxicated? That's funny. That's funny. Mari. Okay, so actually, I was looking into that, Mari, because I was, you know, so you guys, I need to look, this is something I need to look into more. Somebody, we just started Twilight Princess, and somebody told me that, the skeleton that trains Link in Twilight Princess is actually the spirit of the Link from Ocarina of Time and or Skyward Sword. And so that got me thinking, going, okay, well, are the monks spirits of past Links? But I looked it up, and no, they are Sheikahs. And we actually believe that they are from 10,000 years before, not 100 years before. 10,000 years before, and they were put in the shrines, and that they're like kind of almost maybe somewhere in between the living and dead. So I guess someone said they think they're more based on like the Buddhist monks that like eat this particular diet, and like get really, bone thin, and they meditate, and they end up, almost looking skeletal, so that it's kind of like based on that more, but that they're actually Sheikah, and then that's why, once they fulfill that, they're basically 10,000 years old, and once they fulfilled their training, then they, float away, if that makes sense. The rhymes were impressive. She rhymed colon with swollen. Oh my gosh, Molly. Your bestie is trapped forever on your island? What do you mean? And they'll never be free? What do you mean, Hope? Oh, what? Some about Animal Crossing. You got, oh, Tangy and Lolly in Animal Crossing? Oh. Oh, okay. Is that who you wanted on Animal Crossing? They're cute cats. Oh, cute. So that's who you wanted? Or you don't care, you'll just take them? You have a whole list. Oh, nice. Okay. Nice. Well, good. Good. You wanted them. Perfect. Well, awesome. Awesome. That is so cool. That is so cool. Well, good job. Yay. Okay. We're just kind of floating down. Not very many fish in this particular river. That's a bummer. Villager hunting. Villager hunting is kind of fun. I've done it a few times. When you complete the battery in Tears of the Kingdom. Mari, there is, well, I mean, somebody was saying there was a theory that that the Sheikah were actually drawing energy from Ganondorf, who, if you think about it, right now, well, and even 10,000 years ago, when the Sheikah made the divine beasts and the guardians, Ganondorf was imprisoned under the castle. Everyone had forgotten that he was there. And that without knowing it, that they were actually drawing energy. Now, that's a theory I need to kind of look into, but that is a theory that the Sheikah's technology was actually drawing energy from Ganondorf, who was imprisoned by Robert's arm under the castle. So what you're thinking about kind of fits in with that theory, if it makes sense. So that's one I'm still kind of looking into a bit. So yeah. So kind of. I've always said that too, that as different that they are, there's also some similarities. So like the towers, well, the towers aren't made by the Zonai. Those are made by Pura, which is actually based on Sheikah technology. But yeah, the Zonai devices that come down, they also light up green. Do I think the Sheikah runs on more concentrated? Well, so the Sheikah didn't actually have access to Zonite, because you got to remember, Zonite is down in the depths, and the Sheikah did not have access to the depths. But supposedly, this one theory states they were drawing energy from Ganondorf, which isn't necessarily Zonite. But, so I don't know that the Sheikah stuff is actually really on Zonite. Because, yeah, Ganondorf actually wasn't a Zonite. So, but yeah, there is that thought. Oh my gosh, I'm like, why can't I pick this guy up? Oh, look, we maxed out the Hyrule Bass. Look at that. Okay, he'll go back in the water. We have to go sell some Hyrule Bass. Oh, and here's a Blood Moon. Okay, and... Oh, seriously, dude. Whoa. The Great Flood. So, Mari, the Great Flood is in Wind Waker. which is in the adult timeline. I don't know the exact timing.
The blood rises once again.
So, but the Great Flood is Wind Waker, which is in the adult timeline. I don't know the exact timing. This is something I need to learn more about, because so when you think about the 3 timelines, I think a lot of those games are potentially happening at the same time, but they're in different timelines. So Wind Waker is after Ocarina of Time, but before the Age of Imprisonment, where the Zonai come down. Okay. Okay. Roxy and Hope are having a whole conversation. Are you still guys still talking about Animal Crossing? Or oh, you're talking about real pets now. Overworld. You know, I'm not sure, Mari. I don't know. Talking about Redwood. Oh, okay. Roxy's cat. Okay, I got it. There's like 2 different conversations going on, and I'm having a hard time trying to keep up with both. Mari's asking these questions, which are getting me into my favorite topic, which is Zelda theories. So, I don't think there's any fish in here. Here we go. Defeated timeline for the goofier games. Yeah. This is, I guess, you know, this is something I guess I need to spend some time looking up. Is trying to figure out, we all know the timeline, that there's these 4 games, and then there's these 3 in the child timeline, and there's these 3 or 4 in the adult timeline, and then there's these like 6 in the Hero Be Gone timeline, and then there's the Breath of the Wild timeline. But what I don't really know is, so for instance, Twilight Princess, we're on Twilight Princess right now, which is the 2nd game in the child timeline. I don't know where that is in time versus, for instance, Wind Waker, which is in the adult timeline. I don't know, because supposedly these 3 timelines happen kind of simultaneously, and I don't know the exact timing. So that's something that after this conversation tonight, I'm thinking more and more that I really want to look into, if that makes sense. I think that would be interesting to know which of the games is at the same time as what. If you know, you're waiting for the melatonin to kick in, Hope. Oh, Breath of the Wild is 100,000 years, over 100,000 years after all 3 of the timelines. Mari, my opinion is that the Age of Imprisonment, which is when Rauru created Hyrule, is actually after all 3 timelines, and my feeling is that the 3 timelines kind of jerked back together and became one timeline again, and that's when the Zonai came down from the sky, met Sonia on what was left of the old Hyrule, and recreated Hyrule, if that makes sense. But that's just my opinion. Don't swim in lightning. I'm not gonna have to battle this Octorok. This is not the best place to swim, I guess. Trying to find a place to fish here for the last little bit of time. So yeah, so I obviously have some more research to do on that to try and figure out when, across the 3 timelines, when the games, if there was any intersections in time. Oh, it's lightning here too. Yes, tomorrow is Saturday. That's right. Twilight Princess. Modern. It is the more modern. Yes, it is the modern. That's a good way to describe it, Mari. I like that. The modern timeline. I like that. Very much like that. That they actually happen after the other 3 timelines were completed, if that makes sense. In my opinion, but I don't know if Nintendo. I'm not sure if Nintendo's actually come out with a specific about that or not, or if it's still all theories. Oh, you saw jellyfish? Ela. Oh my gosh. We're probably going, my daughter and I are probably going to Costco tomorrow with my grandbaby. Before my lives, of course. So, yeah. We were supposed to go. We always try to go the first Saturday of the month, but she was busy last Saturday, so we'll probably go tomorrow. So, yes, Mari, they are ancient history, like ancient. So, like the Lon Lon ruins are just hardly anything's there. Have a Costco, you'd watch it. Oh, down here in Los Angeles, our Costco's are crazy. Yeah, our Costco's are crazy. Just some crazy stuff. When we go, we've got my grandbaby and the 2 of us go, and we just try to have our patience on. We put our little patient hats on and just have patience, and we're usually not in a rush, and we just go around because there are just some crazy people there. So, you go every week. Well, you've got a large family, Hope. We try to go once a month. So, anyways, thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. That was a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, Mari, I love talking about the theories. That was so much fun. I love talking about the theories. And Marissa, great job for beating Ganon in Master Mode. And Hope, I'm glad you got your villagers you wanted. And Battle, if you're still on, hang in there, hun. Our prayers are with you and everyone else. Have a wonderful evening. I hope to see you tomorrow for Twilight Princess. I'm going to say so long. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful night. Get some good rest. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.